the 5 crucial footwork moves you need to master to truly understanding the Peekaboo style if you want to move like Mike Tyson / Floyd Patterson, which is the godfather of the teachings from Cus D'Amato. Hello Earthlings, Ultraviolet Ronald from the Bronx here, and today we're going to get right into number 1, and everything is coming from the stance itself and your ability to 180 turn and hop left or right, because everything explosive is coming from that. So just like you see I am here, I'm square with you. It's a very square stance, but it has its purpose, and it's all about generating power on the fly and being able to get in and get out very quickly. So I'm gonna slightly bend those knees. I'm gonna tighten up my abs, crunch my torso a little bit, tuck that chin in, bring my hands up right below my eyes, and have my arms in an upside down V motion. Now from here, I'm gonna have that left foot turn about 50 degrees. Okay, not all the way 45 like a traditional stance, about 50 degrees here, okay? And my right foot is gonna go about 2 steps back. So this is 1 hold, 2, okay? And I'm gonna have it spring loaded on that toe so I can get in and get out very quickly because it relies on explosiveness. Okay, now as I'm in this stance, the first thing you see, if you're watching on YouTube, Cus D'Amato showing Mike Tyson this, is getting comfortable doing a 180 twist in the stance, because that's where you find your stability. If you're able to hop around just like this here while in the stance, everything else will be able to flow in the way it needs to, okay? So getting comfortable, basically hopping in and out just like that, okay? And right back into that square stance and standing your ground. Now, from here, it veers off, it's a hopping left or hopping right, because on the drop of a dime, if you're coming forward, you want to be able to get in and get out and move around your opponent to create an angle necessary to take them out. So I'm here, okay? 180 twist, hopping to the left, hopping right back to the center, okay? So again, I'm here, 180 twist, and then I'm hopping to the right, and then right back. Because again, the whole purpose of this is to get comfortable moving in that stance. And before you even go into that, you're shifting your weight and you're spring loading each leg. So when you're slipping or rolling out the way, you're maximizing the power in that shot. So here, ba, 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 okay? Very quickly. Okay, now the next thing we're gonna do is the side to side shuffle. This is number 2. So right back into that stance, all right? And we're shifting that weight, and our ability to change stance very quickly is where the power comes from while you're performing the Peekaboo. So I'm here, and as I'm shifting and spring loading onto the left, I'm gonna shuffle to the left itself. And as I go to the right here, spring loading, I'm gonna shuffle to the right. So it should like this here. All right, now as you're getting comfortable doing that, again, say if your opponent is coming towards you, you're able to get out the way quickly. It relies on being able to fight orthodox and to fight southpaw. So you're already in that southpaw stance, and you can do what it is that you want to do to take your opponent out just from switching the stance. You don't have to try to go right back into your orthodox style, all right? You're able to get out the way quickly and go right back into the center, all right? Now, the third thing we're gonna do is walking forward while slipping, all right? Or getting comfortable moving in the stance itself while slipping. Now, the key thing to slipping in the Peekaboo stance is very unique than your traditional slipping from the traditional stance. So from the Peekaboo and not traditional, you're gonna do the same thing. Yes, you're gonna rotate your shoulders in a direction, slightly drop your knee, and have your head get out of that center line and break it, okay? You're going to do that, but with a crunch and a slight twist of the waist. So I'm here, okay? A little bit more exaggerated. So if I get out the way, I can get a lot more leverage and power from whatever shot I want to throw to take that opponent out of there. So I'm here, and I'm shifting, but it's a little bit more exaggerated because it's coming from the trunk and I'm bending from the waist. Now we're gonna apply that to moving forward without crossing those legs and maintaining that stance. So I'm here, okay, and I'm going forward. Again, here, coming forward. This is number 3, all right? While staying in that stance and trying to be as comfortable as possible. And think about your head going a whole head length out the way, okay? And you're exaggerating it a lot more so you can get more leverage in it. Now from here, we're gonna do it as we're walking forward, which is more menacing, what you see Tyson do when he wants to walk his opponent down to get him out of there. So you see, all right? But as I'm switching stance, what am I doing? I'm spring loading that foot. So from here, as I'm moving, I can switch stance on the drop of a dime and create the angle I need to do to take that opponent out of there. Now, the famous and most beloved move in all of boxing is the Dempsey roll. And I will say Mike Tyson, besides Jack Dempsey and Floyd Patterson, did it best. So the way to perform the Dempsey roll is you're gonna drop your weight like you're dipping, and then you're gonna roll up to the left in a figure 8 motion while twisting that back, and it's the same vice versa going to the right. So I'm here, switching, and then as I'm coming forward, I'm dropping about a head length while making sure all of my weight is shifting from the left to the right or the right to the left to maximize that power going into that movement so I can get maximum leverage to get that opponent out and not taking any steam off that punch. So again, here, figure 8, as I'm going forward, okay? And then from here, we're gonna add that switch stance in the mix because Mike Tyson was always known for switching angles very quickly. So he's here, pop, pop, and moving just out of nowhere, and you think you got him, and he's stable, he's around you, you get hit with that punch you don't see, and you wind up getting knocked out. Practice, practice, practice. Study the greats, study Cus D'Amato, study Floyd Patterson, study Mike Tyson. That's how you get the moves down and doing it continuously and being persistent every single day. Now, the 5th and final one, which is the most important move to get down, especially for the footwork, to get out the way quickly while hopping around your opponent and hitting their blind spot, is the Cus D'Amato shift. Now, the Cus D'Amato shift relies on that over-exaggerated slipping, as I've shown you, bending at the trunk and making sure your head breaks a head length. And at the same time, as you spring load it, you're shuffling, like pendulum shuffling around your opponent, okay? Just like that there. So again, and guess what I can do now? The opponent's forward, his guard is to the side. I can come right in between that guard to take him out. Or I can go around it, and that punch is gonna break right in between his fist and hit him because I'm to the side of him. And plus, you can't really see where it's coming from. So that's the Cus D'Amato shift to the left. And from the right, again, you're doing that same windshield wiper twisting motion, but going to the right, and you're going around your opponent. Now, it's easier if I'm in a stance here and I'm moving around and I take a step to the right to ensure I'm completely out the way, breaking that center line, and then going around my opponent, boom, boom, to take them out of there. But don't forget, through these 5 moves, the key thing is to always imagine yourself constantly going forward, never stepping back, going forward or around. Because the whole style is predicated on going forward or around your opponent and creating a way to where it is like they can't catch you, all right? Pacquiao did it in his sense of his footwork, not really, but in his footwork, that's why it was very hard to catch him, and he catch you with those weird angles and take you out. Tyson did that, and he was more covered up, and he had more aggression behind it, which made it more menacing and scary, all right? So you wanna practice just getting comfortable in that stance, shifting that weight side to side, okay? Now, as you get comfortable here, again, you're doing that 180 twist, because as you get comfortable doing that 180 twist, everything flows from there, and then hopping to the left or hopping to the right very quickly. All right, and then going to that over-exaggerated slipping, which is called the windshield wipers, side to side. Because you always want to make sure your head is breaking that center line as I'm coming forward. And you're doing it while switching stance, because Mike Tyson was a master at switching the stance out of nowhere, so you couldn't really get away, or leaping forward with that famous gazelle hook when you thought that he was just going to stay there, but the whole time he was spring loading his leg to propel forward to get you out of there. Now, thank you for joining me on this journey to the ultraviolet. Hopefully you got everything you need to get out of this video. Practice these 5 footwork moves daily if you can. Make it into a workout. Check out the Peekaboo Academy channel. They go more in depth as far as like the history. Just watch videos on Mike Tyson, watch videos on Cus D'Amato, Floyd Patterson, Jose Torres, and you could really see what it is that you're doing if you're really keeping a keen eye out for it. But don't forget to understand the traditional box stance, because everything comes from the traditional box stance. And if you have a good understanding of the traditional box stance, it makes it easier to understand the actual Peekaboo style itself. Now, if you liked the video, please comment, like, and subscribe, and always work towards becoming your greatest version.